All right. They do have a good comp for this, actually. I don't hate the Abathur pick, and I they're gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with Cocoon this game, but we see Li Ming picked up as well. So really, so I really like Solace Black's draft a lot more. Yeah. Well, I was going through some of the previous stats on 2+2, and they have faced Solus Black before in the HGC Open, and they beat them 2-0. So th- they do have some history. So, but Jimmy, you being the guest, I'll let you bring in the teams first. And on the side of Solus Black, we've got SFR Truthy on the Anubarak plan of action on the Li Ming. Fuck Dem on the Greymane, Domostrity on the Malfurion, and Dope Dope Penguin on the the Artanis. Why was that so hard to say just now? So, oh, Alarak's about to have a really bad time. The stun misses, but I don't think it's going to matter. TK's out just in time. The roots miss. Out by the skin of his teeth. Wow. Yeah, it's really hard for a. Well, he already got a quest done. Which quest was it? It was Extended Lightning. He hit 3 heroes with a single cast. We just saw that just pop off just now. And yeah, Solus Black just having an easier time of pushing everything down just now. Looking at the bottom as well. Artanis versus the world must feel like. Yeah, but the bottom fort on the side of Solus Black is about half health at this moment. Monster Hunter arrow goes out, and it just chunks that fort down so much. And Solus Black gonna lose that first fort, giving giving 2+2. Oh, yeah, Solus Black definitely taking a defensive posture right now, and really 2+2 has kind of a commanding early game lead. It's gonna be really hard for these guys to get in. Oh, Yeah. Oh, perfect positioning for 2+2 just now. This is going to be a really close race, but it looks like that they just can't outburst the Vala right now. Or she put a lot of damage, but I meant the Artanis. The Artanis just shredded the Immortal just now. So we're going to watch this Immortal go to the top lane. And Abathur kind of in a cheeky position right now. He needs to be careful. Nice route onto the Alarak to kind of finish that disengage off, but you know the top Immortal didn't really get as much value. You got the front wall, and sometimes that's all you ask for out of that first Immortal. They did very quickly grab that bottom siege camp right there. They're looking to add some extra pushing power here very quickly. It looks like they're gonna go for an invade. They're definitely going for an invade in here for the summoner camp. Mm. Yeah, very, very much so. It's the build for this map. You only really see this build on Battlefield. Maybe some Abathur getting caught out of position, playing a little cheeky right there. And you only really see the Hungering Arrow build coming out of this map. Oh.
She's just going to go down the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And also, it looks like there's no game sound and they can't hear me maybe on the stream.
It's
just something to check. Okay, cool.
It's OBS being weird. I probably just blew everybody's eardrums out just now.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, but a big engagement onto the blue Immortal here as they're going to go on to Hollis, and Hollis is going to get... No, he is going to survive, and in response, Malfurion gets taken down.
Greymane in a lot of trouble right there. He goes down there. Nice aggression out of the Charism right there. Very well played.
2 for nothing. They're going in on Nubrek now as he gets pushed back in by Alarak, but they're going to focus onto Artanis, and goodbye, Samurai Artanis. As level 10s come online for 2+2, they're going to pick up pretty standard heroics here. Arthas still holding on to his... But Palm, Strafe, Counter-Strike, Ultimate Evolution, and whatever Arthas decides to pick. Is it Cinder Grossa? I like this. They might be looking to actually end the game here. No, okay, they're all harthing back. But yeah, that'll really enable them to, with the next Immortal they get, push pretty strongly.
Yeah, and this is a really healthy Immortal for how frantic that Immortal phase was. So this fort is, I'm guessing, is forfeit at the moment. They're going to try to defend against it, but fighting in a tens, yeah, this is not something you want to fight into. Oh, Greymane is just going to get blown up.
It's a big heal, though.
Nice
and here we go. He's able to walk away from this. But yeah, that fort is completely forfeit. And I do like that Arthas held off on using Cinderosa. Might be using it here to engage in their... They're going to catch Li Ming, but Li Ming's far enough back. They're going to be able to get the wall and the towers here. a little bit more XP in their favor. They're going to hit level 12 very soon here, and 10's is even online.
Yeah, this is really, really fortuitous for 2+2. And it's showing why they took that last series 2-0 against Solace Black. Just incredible coordination. They're going to back off smartly. Arthas, oh no, that was the Abathur. It was an Abathur clone. Nice.
Yeah, Abathur clones, you get to be a little aggressive. Oh, speaking of Abathur, he gets taken out by the Artanis.
And he's
is he going to
no, he's
not. Alarak is not going to let him get out. He's going to take his revenge for Legacy of the Void, and good night, Artanis. See you later.
Good night, sweet hierarch.
Wow, what a bait by the Abathur. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no kidding. That was just. I mean, you hate to die in a game, but when it leads to a tank getting killed like that, you can't really complain that badly about it.
Take that trade any day, especially when you're up a talent as level 13 comes online for 2v2.
2v2 being 2+2 being really aggressive again might not be could be a little dicey for him. Nice route onto him.
Goes on to Arthas, and he is going to take the punishment for it. A 1-for-0 trade so far. Alarak also in trouble now, and the engagement continues forward as Karazim is now stuck, but is able to heal away from the engagement.
Might have been
that's
that's Abathur. That might have been a little bit of confusion. The clone getting cocooned right there. They're still engaging into this, and Anub'arak goes down right there. Palm onto Artanis.
But they 2-for-1 there in the favor of 2+2. But Vala with that shield, going to be able to walk away from this.
Barely right there. That was very, very dicey.
In the midst of this, though, that bottom camp has been pushing this entire time. They're going to be able to get that health fountain. A little bit of damage onto this bottom fort, but it's going to get cleaned up by Malfurion and Greymane.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at some of the damage numbers, and Vala's leading 2+2 with 52k siege and 23k hero damage, getting lots of value with that strafe and everything. So it's good stuff right there. And we see that 2+2 grab their other summoner camp. That's going to start pushing out on the bottom. We're looking at a party bush. We're gonna see.
Yeah, they're looking to do a little bit of surprise action here, and let's see. We see them actually going after the Vala here. They think they can get it, and the swap is unsuccessful, and dodges the dive again. Here comes out the strafe though. Malfurion does get taken out in the midst of all this. There's lots of action going on here. They're focusing onto Anub'arak. Anub'arak is going to drop here. That's a 2-for-0, and this is looking really good for 2+2.
Yeah, the attempted swap misses. A TK onto him. Silence. Shut your mouth. Artanis, you talk too much. Man, just brutality coming out of 2+2 right now.
Yeah, 2+2 is looking really good. In the midst of this, that camp once again pushing down the bottom line, putting a little bit of damage on this lone fort that is up left for our red team. But halftime occurs. Still going to be in favor of 2+2. They're going to be able to burn this down so quickly. Holy crap. The damage output is just incredible right now, as they're going to hit level 16 relatively soon.
Yeah, pretty soon, actually. They're going to grab these globes, and do you just go top? Do you force the fight top and just let this full health Immortal just shatter this bottom keep?
With Cindergrosa up, I think you just go with the Immortal here, and it looks like that might be what they're doing. We'll have to see how they decide to engage on this. Curse Bullet does go out on Arthas. The cocoon does come out. Karazim breaks them out very quickly. Vala does get taken out, though. This could really dissuade 2v2 or 2+2 from continuing this pressure.
Yeah, your main DPS goes down, but they still have Cindergrosa up.
Greymane almost gets taken out by the Arthas clone. Greymane still having to disengage. A lot of damage onto Anub'arak, and the Anub'arak does get taken out by the Abathur clone. Holy smokes, that put up so much damage. Cindergrosa comes out. That's going to guarantee this keep. And now pressure. Malfurion's going to get taken out, or is he going to survive? The dive by Alarak isn't enough. The palm, though, this does save him. Greymane in return for not getting Malf, and that should be game here. As there are 2 catapults pushing top, along with this really healthy Immortal.
Yeah,
And that was a very quick first game.
yeah, that definitely was, and 2+2 just showing some incredible dominance there just now, and a very impressive play coming out of them. Um, like I'm actually kind of speechless over how aggressive that was. You know, they knew their game plan. They knew exactly how they wanted to execute it, and they
Mm.
pretty much did it for pretty much did it to perfection.
Yeah, and we were thinking in the draft that the red team had the advantage because they had the Artanis and Greymane for these immortal phases, and clearly we were wrong because Vala was able to just tear him up along with Alarak and Arthas, providing quite a bit of damage. Vala did fall behind in hero damage a little bit towards the end, but so Alarak coming out number one with 34,000 damage in a 13-minute game.
Good God. That's ridiculous. They whew. So I mean, good stuff to 2+2 right there. And we're waiting on game 2 to come around, and we'll be surprised by the map.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where Solace Black takes it, because I believe the rules make it so that the loser of the first map picks the second. So I'm really interested to see where they'll go. If they, like you said, they've had experience against 2+2 in the past and haven't been successful, so it would be interesting to see how they try to kind of change things up. I know a lot of times we'll see something like a Towers of Doom from teams that are, I don't know if I want to say weaker necessarily, but just not as well matched up. Because you can do some little cheeky plays on towers, but we'll have to see. This game number 2 is coming out at us soon.
Definitely, and I've got the invite. We're headed into game number 2 now. Apparently, I am now on Solace Black, and that's okay, I guess. Apparently, Tithel.
Represent well.
I'll do my best.
But yeah, it looks like we will be going to Cursed Hollow, the pretty standard Heroes map, but this will be fun to see. It's interesting how the drafts on this map have evolved over time. Like there was a time where we saw globals just completely prioritized over everything else on first drafts here, and we see that less, I think, these days than we did in the past. Like Falstad was like always fought over in these first bans and first picks. So I'm interested to see how both of these teams approach this with the kind of different meta that we've seen evolve over the past few months.
Yeah, it's really been interesting to see how the game constantly changes. Really, you know, the meta literally changes from patch to patch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't see as much charism anymore. You know, a couple months ago, you saw a ton of charism. You know, he was probably one of the best healers in the game. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a couple months ago, you know, not even a couple months ago, you saw a ton of Malfurion. You know, now...
And then he got changed.
And then Uther came back with a vengeance. Telling everybody, well met. We have a question that I should probably find out
I think the answer is yes, but I don't want to speak for the admins.
I am asking one of the admins right now.
Okay, cool. Because it's been two weeks since release?
Yes,
3 weeks?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, if it's not obvious what we're asking, is someone on one of the teams is asking if Garrosh is available for play, and I'm willing to bet that they are, but we're waiting for a response from admin real quick, and then we should get started into game number 2 with 2+2 up 1-0 in this best of 3 here in the first round of HGC Open. I am DJ Tarrant. With me is the awesome Zextras. Thanks for having me on. It's been a little bit since I cast, and it's always fun to cast some high level Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, it's always definitely fun to do this, but I have to run real quick and turn off my AC because everybody hears it, and I apologize.
Alrighty, well, while Zex goes and does that, we will get ready for game number 2 as we let them know that we are ready. I'm just letting them start the draft without Willie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
there you
it's
go.
fine.
There you go.
Yeah, I literally had to just cross the room. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah.
You'll hear no more, quote, static / my fan, which sounds like a jet plane engine going off at times. And I do apologize for that.
Well, mine's on too, so if mine's a problem, let me know and I can turn it off as well.
It's, I live in Indiana. It gets hot out here.
Yeah. But we're waiting for the players to load in, and then Cursed Hollow draft will begin. Here we go. Red band first. That is Solace Black still.
And now I'm expecting the globals to get banned. You know, your Dahaka, your Falstead shenanigans. Oh no, we're gonna see that Ariel band pop out here once again. You know, still really can't complain about that ban.
Yeah, they really don't like playing against the Ariel, I guess, which I don't blame them. It's not fun to play against a hero that just has that much healing output.
And she gets a ton of utility on this map as well, with all those team fights taking place around walls and whatnot. Detainment Strike just gets, so much mileage there.
Yeah, huge amount of mileage and value from the Detainment Strike on this map. So a good ban from Solace Black, and 2+2. They have their ban as well. What they banned the Uther last game, so I'm curious if they're just going to continue this trend. But they're hovering the Anubrak. I like this. Anubrak is able to really kind of sneak around the map and burrow into areas where you can't see him coming unless you have vision there, especially around these tribute areas.
Yeah.
And so having that to not deal with that, I think, is good. And where is these Stitches?
Love it.
Stitches has seen a lot of play lately.
The slam build, while not as effective as it used to be in the Tech Alpha, when he had that mini stun at 16, like this, the slam build is just getting so much incredible value these days. It's ridiculous how much damage Stitches can put out as a tank. So that ban from 2+2 on the Anubrak. We see Sonya and Uther come out, and doesn't really tip your hand. Sonya, an incredible solo laner, and obviously Uther is one of the best healers in the game right now. He can get a ton of value with Divine Shield. I mean, sometimes you get somebody playing real cheeky and they decide to go Divine Storm, and triple stun combos are nothing to sneeze at late game, man.
This is what happens when you don't ban globals, is you enable the other team to pick up double global, and they're going to do exactly that with Dahaka Brightwing here. And that's a scary combo, because you could be like, oh yeah, we're engaging 4v3 or 5v3, and all of a sudden becomes a 5-on-5 fight.
Yeah, this is really, it's scary pressure, because you don't know when Hawk is going to pop out of them bushes and run somebody down. And, Brightwing just has incredible team fight control with Polymorph. As someone goes in, what's the word I'm looking for? If someone dives in on your back lines, Brightwing just explodes them.
Yeah, Polymorph, and then you're in trouble. And interesting, a Tassadar ban here. Just don't want to have to deal with that. I felt like they were not going to be going Tassadar, double support, double warrior in this situation, but I guess better safe than sorry here.
Yeah, Definitely. You definitely don't want a Tassadar on the other team, especially with that global presence. I like to joke around about Tassadar being the best assassin in A, but like,
It's kind of true in some ways.
yeah, the slow on the on his auto attacks and the extra shielding he provides in team fights, you would incredibly complement the healing of Brightwing. And we see a Li Ming band come out now on the side of Solace Black. So,
Yeah, these are two tanks that don't have particularly great tools, I think, against magic damage. So I kind of like that. You don't have a Nubarak that has that spell shield, or what, I forget what it is at level 1, that immediately gives you that spell damage reduction. So just giving your opponent less tools to work with against that front line. And okay, yeah. Go ahead and take it away, Willie. I'll be right back.
okay, so yeah, right now we're looking at the next two picks coming out of 2+2 as Jimmy fixes his fan as well. And right now we're looking at maybe another DPS character coming out on the side of 2+2, and maybe a main tank, but we'll see how it goes. There's your main tank in the Johanna, and there's your DPS in the Greymane. So some good team fight control with the Johanna, Condemn, the Punish, the Shield Glare. It will definitely interrupt any potential auto attack damage that's going to come out of the side of Solace Black, and Greymane will just shred targets. That's your dive target right there. And a Divine Shielded Greymane, not something you really want to deal with. It's
Okay.
Are you ready to roll out, Jimmy?
We're rolling out. In honor of StarCraft Classic or StarCraft Remastered game release, we're gonna have Sergeant Hammer. But yeah, Sergeant Hammer's. Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this comp? What year is it? Is it late 2015?
I guess it's Protect the Hammer.
Protect the Hammer, Triple Warrior.
This is just pure objective control on the side of Solace Black, and I love it. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but this is just straight up gather around the hammer, push everybody off the objective.
I think early game they have the advantage and will be able to out sustain 2+2, but I think later on in the game it's going to be troublesome for them.
If you're Zarya, do you go Feel the Heat at 1 for that melee range damage? Because you know she's going to take damage.
Yeah, I think you have to. Oh, no.
Counter, the Chromie counter
my
pick.
Goodness. How do you? Oh my goodness! Like,
I don't know how you. I think
Zarya is gonna have to be absolutely on point with those shields.
I think the Chromie pick just won them the game. Comes down to execution, but we saw last game 2+2 can definitely execute their team fights. But I think this Chromie counter pick to the Sergeant Hammer probably just straight up won them the game.
Probably, it's looking good for them. I feel like, and it's hard to argue against that.
Now, I'm not a support main, but does Brightwing still have cleanse?
Jeez, I have not played Brightwing in a while. I can't remember. I'll check that out. I think she does.
Because if she doesn't, that hammer's not going to have a very good time. She's going to get time looped and just comboed every single time, and then Greymane's just going to jump on her, and that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this
is going to be
scary proposition. Yeah, cleanse is still available. It's
okay. So Hammer's going to be pretty much the primary cleanse target if Brightwing does take cleanse at 7. That sacrifices some other talents. But here we are into the game. Game 2 between 2+2 and Solace Black. And take it away, Jimmy.
Yeah, 2+2. They are here on the blue side playing Chromie's plan of action. Greymane played Dapagun. Domtrosity playing Uther. SFR Truthy playing Johanna. And Fact Deem playing Sonya. I think I switched the teams though.
You might have, and that's okay. And on the other side of, I believe that's, I think you did. I think that's the side of 2+2. But we'll have Axon on the Sergeant Hammer, McNulty on the Zarya, Raytor on the Brightwing, and Hollis on the Stitches, and Tythel on the Dahaka solo top. Going to be against the Greymane. That should be a pretty easy matchup.
I love the use of the Zarya shield here to tank these tower shots and start the damage onto the towers, but they're going in onto the Hammer immediately. Stun City coming out, but still not enough to kill off Hammer quite yet. Sonya might actually drop. It's going to be very close, but is able to walk away, and Hammer takes the Q to the face from Chromie. That's going to be the problem of playing Hammer against this comp.
Yeah, definitely. They've got to be incredibly careful. Johanna comes in with a condemn, while Sergeant Hammer eats another sandblast to the tank turret. Can't really say face. Hammer doesn't really have a face. And yeah, I mean, this is just going to be a constant back and forth. Hammer already tapping that well just now. As we'll take a quick look at the Stitches versus Sonya matchup. Eats a hook real quick, but not close enough for tower range. And we see this Chromie take enveloping assault. I kind of like that. She's going just straight up Dragon's Breath build right now.
Yeah, because look at that chunk away the Hammer's health already.
Yeah,
at level 2.
So yeah, we're just gonna keep following this bottom because this seems to be where the action is. And nice shield onto the Hammer right there to prevent that damage. Polymorph onto the Johanna. She's almost dead, but this front wall is already dead.
And so Zarya is actually going to be going with a more poke-oriented build, going with the Demolitions Expert at 1 here to get that reduced cooldown on the grenades there. So they're continuing to be able to poke, giving a little bit more damage. Oh man, McNulty is just doing great on this shielding here, and Zarya's energy is just over 50% almost all the time, it seems like.
And we do see the first could be the spawn of the game as that Greymane takes that siege camp top.
Brightwing in a lot of trouble, takes a ton of damage from the Chromie in this bottom lane, but they're going to continue pressuring here. Johanna still taking a lot of damage, and it's going to be a fight between Dahaka and Sonya. Dahaka a little late rotating down, does get the grab here. Sonya going to take some tower shots, should be able to walk away from this, but no, we're going to have Stitches come in here and put the damage on, but Greymane comes in as well, and now we're going to see Stitches in a little bit of trouble. Is Greymane going to be able to finish him off? Yes, he is, with the grenade.
But he's going to go down. He might go down in the meantime. Brightwing chasing him down, using that swipe in the Worgen form, disengages right now. And it's a 2v2 for this tribute. Brightwing goes down to the... No, Greymane goes down. I'm sorry. It looked like the Brightwing...
taken out.
Yeah. Oh, this is not a good choice for the Sonya right now. That's a really hard matchup for her to win after Dahaka pops his trait. But this whole time, they continue pushing the bottom. They get that bottom fort.
Yeah, the nice thing is, well, though, for the top, for our blue team was they had the Siege Giants pushing top, and because everyone was so distracted with this tribute, they did get some good value. They didn't take out any towers, but the tower has just a sliver of life up there. But looks like they're going to even it up on the red side. Is the bottom lane is getting engaged on here. Hammer in a lot of trouble. Is going to take that Dragon's Breath. Zarya going to try to just dissuade the enemy team from pursuing, and think they are going to be able to survive. As Stitch is just chilling in middle, punching this tower down.
Yeah, and we see the value that the Zarya and Hammer combo, about 47k siege damage between the two of them. And we go back to the top. Oh, this is a bad situation for the Sonya right now. Spinning to win. Sadly, a Polymorph was not off cooldown. So, Stitches. They going to get that? Oh, good. It's away with like 80 hit points. As this next tribute spawns, we see Chromie positioning herself for a maximum snipage, I'll call it. Is he going to go down? No. Oh, the blast gets the Hammer.
That's the second flask that has gotten a kill behind towers.
Just disgusting, and that gives Chromie more than enough time to grab that tribute, making the tribute score 1-1 right now. Dahaka getting pretty aggressive right now. Might want to be a little careful. Oh, he's gonna eat that. Nice dragon's breath onto the Dahaka, tickling the Zerg a little bit. He evolves some thicker skin just now.
Evolution complete. But Sonya actually doing a good job pushing back this Zarya. Zarya probably just here kind of just soak and get some XP here, and that's not a good matchup for the Zarya. But the Hammer is going to join the party as well as a tribute does spawn here. It's not a danger for any curses quite yet, but sieging up. Sonya taking damage, does hit the healing wall on the way out. Going to back up here. And Stitches gets in position here, but there's so many from the blue team, and they're all rotating up onto this Hammer. Hammer could be in trouble, but is able to get out of dodge momentarily at least. The shielding does come out, able to get them escape. Here comes the
Graviton Surge.
Graviton Surge does come out. No one gets killed for it yet, but Uther does drop in the end. Here comes Dahaka to engage as well, and Sonya is having to spin the win to get out, but I don't think she's going to get out. It is 2 down now for our blue team.
Yeah, 2+2 just coordinating that chaotic team fight so very well, and rewarded with the tribute and the top fort just now. Just incredible play coming out of the side of 2+2. Yeah, and
they're going to engage onto this boss now on their safe side of the battleground, and Chromie on the side of Solace Black is still considering the options here, and it is going to be the Sands of Time, the slowing sands that is, and we'll have to see. They're going to clean up their own camps as best as they can. I think it's safe to assume that you're getting a boss on your top lane. The tribute does spawn though, and I think you just have to give this up down heroics.
Yeah, the only heroic you really have is Chromie right now, and that's slowing sands is good, but it's not enough when you're fighting into 5 heroics. So they've got to deal with this boss just now. Oh, the dragon's breath just short.
Just a little late. I wish they had rotated up here and just defended against the boss immediately instead of trying to screw around with interrupting there. And they are going to engage, though. They get a lot of damage onto Stitches, but Stitches, with all this shielding, able to get away. The Graviton Surge gets on no one as the Iron Skin able to let Johanna just completely walk out of this. But that is a very healthy boss, and this is a keep that they're pushing on.
Yeah, it's pretty safe to say they've got this keep, unless something catastrophic happens. They've got. Oh, that's a very dead Hammer. But this boss still going to be pushing. The team fight's still continuing. Boston comes out, doesn't let anything. Putrid Bile coming out from the Stitches. Divine Shield needed to be used on the Greymane just now. Sonya's stuck in the middle of some angry people, goes down, and that's 3 dead on the side. Oh, is it going to be 4 dead?
Potentially 4, but they are probably not going to be able to pick up the Chromie here. Oh, Chromie does get dragged in. That's going to be the Chromie going down. Now this is a 60% boss onto this core with 4 members up from 2+2. They're going to engage here. Zarya in a little bit of trouble, does get engaged on by the Greymane, but they can pressure this. They're down to 40% on this core. This is still a relatively healthy boss considering 10%, 5%. Big BFG comes in and finishes things off.
Wow. That was a frantic end to that game off that boss play. They grabbed that boss. Everything about that last play just absolutely played into 2+2's favor right there. Like, that was just absolutely amazing. They had, who would have known to protect the Hammer comp would work? You know?
It's one of those battlegrounds that it does work on, though, still to this day. And I mean, we saw it. I'm going a little far back, but when remember when Chew8's team qualified for HGC, also known as
Chew8, Chew8, my hot dog. Then it was Team 8, and now they're Roll20 Esports.
And Roll20 Esports, yeah. But initial incarnation that did qualify for HGC earlier this year, I remember they like, I think they qualified on Cursed Hollow with a Protect the Hammer comp. I feel like, or if not qualified on it, it was in the like qualifying series at least, because it was. I remember watching and just being like, "Wait, what? People still do this?" And it worked here tonight as well. So it was fun to see. It's one of those things you can only take out, I feel like, once in a blue moon, but it did work. Even though they had the correct response to it, Chromie was definitely, I think, the right response to that hammer, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought I definitely thought the Chromie pick was going to be absolutely the perfect response to that, and just not enough damage just now. So, it is what it is. Congrats to 2+2 for moving on to the next round. We will be back in just a few minutes as these rounds finish up, and we'll enjoy some tunes, and we'll be back with the next round here shortly. Thanks for watching, everyone.